Hello, Kehilat Darchei Tzion. In our Parashat Lech Lecha, we read about Brit Ben HaBetarim, the covenant in which Hashem, on the one hand, promises Avraham that his descendants will come back to Eretz Yisrael, but he also tells him about the great challenges that will face them in years to come. The story of the Brit Ben HaBetarim begins when Avraham, after Hashem promises him the land of Canaan, Eretz Yisrael, Avraham asks Hashem, "Bameh eda ki irashena." How to understand this question where Avraham asks, "Bameh eda ki irashena," with what will I know that I will actually receive this land? Sounds like a very problematic question. Where's your belief? Where's your faith in Hashem? Rashi explains that Avraham is asking, in what merit will my descendants continue in a stable way to be connected and to live in Eretz Yisrael? What will be the zchut, the merit that will keep them here? Avraham realizes that Am Yisrael isn't always going to be stable. The moral and a religious, spiritual level will change all the time, will be dynamic. What will keep Am Yisrael still on a level where they will have the merit to be in Eretz Yisrael? And then the answer is bizchut hakorbanut, the sacrifices that Am Yisrael bring. And that is what is symbolized by all the animals that Avraham has to bring to Brit Ben HaBetarim. All the animals symbolize different korbanot, different sacrifices. And of course, we know that there are times where Am Yisrael does not bring korbanot. And then Chazal explained that it's in the zchut, the merit of saying the process of the korbanot, learning the process of korbanot. And the Maharal asks, what's so special about the korbanot? What is the issue about korbanot that gives Am Yisrael the continuous merit of being an eternal nation and of being connected to Eretz Yisrael, returning to Eretz Yisrael in our generation after so many years? The Maharal explains that the idea is that korbanot comes from the word karov, being close. Am Yisrael, in their essence, the Maharal says, are always close to Hashem, and maybe also close to each other. But there are, unfortunately, sins. There are times when we don't behave according to who our true identity is. And the korbanot, the physical way of bringing korbanot, and of course the understanding of korbanot, learning the process of korbanot, is there in order to remind us to come close to Hashem. By bringing the korban, by bringing the sacrifice, we return to our true self, and we return to who we are as a nation. And I think, unfortunately, we've been learning this throughout the war. The great korbanot, the great sacrifices that we have been sacrificing as a nation in lives, in family stability, and in many other aspects. All these great sacrifices are there to remind us of who we are and what we actually believe in and who do we belong to. These sacrifices bring us closer to each other. They remind us of our true identity. So we are living through a renewal of Brit Ben HaBetarim, where Avraham asks, what is the merit that because of it we can live and flourish in Eretz Yisrael? And the answer is bizchut korbanot, the sacrifices that we bring that remind us and connect us to each other. That is the zchut, that because of that we get to live here. And we should always remember this. Shabbat Shalom.